softball team continues to roll. Thank you for watching our show here on Cards TV. I'm Sean Moth, your host. This is the head coach, Sandy Pearsall, but you knew that already. And we roll back to a road trip at Indiana, and Big Ten traditionally plays pretty good softball. Indiana is a team that's maybe struggled a bit this year, but that doesn't mean you don't come in with a target on your back. You're riding a nice win streak and kind of racing the weather because there was some weather coming, and a nice job in the circle by Carolisa Cannell. And I think Katie Keller came through with a big hit for you in that one.
Yeah, you know, we did good things right away, got right on the scoreboard. Tori struggled, and she just wasn't sharp that day. And Carolisa came in and did a great job of slowing down Indiana's offense, which is much better than it has been in the last 2 years. So it took a little more work, and Carolisa did a great job. And yeah, Katie Keller came through with a timely home run when we needed one, and that is Katie Keller's ability. So, you know, it might have not have always been the prettiest, but we were able to get out of there with a 6-4 win.
Sure. It almost seems like you've got a blend of when a pitcher's struggling, another can come in, and it's almost like there's a, I want to pick you up, and in the same light, I'm competitive and I want to be the best pitcher today. And it's got to be a great blend because all three of your kids at times have just been fantastic this year. Yeah,
they've all been able to help each other out when maybe one's a little off the mark. Also just a combination of being able to switch out different pitchers and give different looks. And sometimes it isn't even been about, you know, not throwing well. It's about, you know, can we mix up the pitching a little bit, change the look that the batters are seeing, and it's been effective.
Sure. Cards hosted Georgetown over the weekend, and they were able to pick up a sweep, and it was a good blend of hitting, defense, and pitching, but I think the pitching probably was the key because you just flat out couldn't score against you, and credit to your team for keeping that focus against the team that, you know, could easily come in and sneak one past you. That didn't happen.
Yeah, it was, you know, that was a little bit of a worry, but, you know, our team did a great job, and I thought that, you know, defensively we played very well. Again, you know, our offense had moments of sputtering a little bit, but obviously one of the games we were able to run rule them, so we were able to get some offense going there. And I saw some great things throughout our lineup. You know, we had Jen Esteban, I think, really needs to get a shout out. Jen Esteban has really been on fire. Last week, I think she hit a little over 500 last week, just really on fire, playing excellent for us. And that's kind of helped us a little bit because Kristin Austin, after getting hit in the hand, has dropped off a little bit offensively. And so that's been a really nice thing for us. And again, our offense is very interesting. When you don't expect it, it comes from all different parts of our lineup. In Indiana, Maggie Ruckenbrod. You know, it just pops from all different areas, and that's what's good about our offense.
And I think in games over the 3-game set this weekend, I think Jordan Trimble hit a home run. Whitney Arion came up with a big day at the plate, and even Caitlin Mann showed some flashes above offense that we saw earlier in the year from her.
And that's why I said we have a lot of tools, thank God. We don't rely on 3 or 4 of our top kids, and then, you know, the rest of it's not so tough. But, you know, it's very interesting that we have power throughout our lineup. We have hitters throughout our lineup, and you might have think you've handled our hitters, and then you're going to have to try to handle our next group. And that's been a lot, too, that's helped us. When you can create that kind of offense, it does help your pitching staff and your defense.
And I know you've faced teams like that. A lot of times with softball, you get through the first 5 hitters and you feel like maybe you can take a little bit of a break 6 through 9. It's just not the case with your team, and that's part of the success and the 18-game win streak and the 47-2 record this year. So we move forward. The Cards in good shape in the Big East. They're in first place before they end the regular season this weekend, though. It's a makeup game from a game earlier this year that wasn't able to be played, and you wonder, well, why would you go to the trouble? Well, this is a huge matchup. This is maybe the game of the year in terms of competition. It's at Tennessee, 2 top 10 teams. I believe the Cards with an 18-game win streak face a Tennessee team with a 17-game win streak. It's a shame that somebody doesn't pick this one up on TV because this should be a dynamite matchup Wednesday.
Yeah, you know, we had wanted to play this game earlier in the year because we do want to get in a, you know, home and away matchups with Tennessee in the future of this program. And unfortunately, weather was terrible early on in March, so we brought this back, and I thought the timing was good. Playing a top opponent at this time of year before we get into, you know, Big East Conference Championship, before NCAA play was huge for us. And so it's a great opportunity. They are a very good team. They have tremendous speed, speed that we have not seen much of this year. They are very tough, great pitchers on the mound. High strikeout ratios, very high strikeout ratios to very low balls. This is going to be a great matchup for us, and I'm excited to see us, you know, I know our team will be up, and I'm excited to see how we can deal with Tennessee.
Yeah, with the 2 top 10 teams, obviously the 8 national seeds are going to be at stake as the postseason comes to a conclusion, which means hosting potentially through to Oklahoma City. That's a little further ahead than we want to look right now, though. We've got Tennessee Wednesday, and then at St. John's, and St. John's is guaranteed a spot in the Big East Championship. So they are in, but they can still play their way up in the seedings. And you don't want to look past Tennessee, but in the same light, the focus has to be on St. John's to finish strong in the Big East for seedings in the tournament.
Yeah, tough for us. I mean, St. John's, we have not particularly played well there in the past years. We haven't been there now. I guess I haven't been there in about 3 years at their place. So it's been a while since we've been there. Obviously, a very hot team right now, very hot team. They played extremely well down the stretch here. So, you know, this is senior weekend for them.
Yeah.
That's always emotional. We really have to take care of business there. We have to come focused and ready to play if we want to get a Big East championship.
Sandy touched on the senior weekend. I kind of skimmed over it with Georgetown, I guess partly because I feel like in the back of my head we're going to have more home games for this group, but still Tesha Paysen and Kristin Austin and Tori Collins, when you look at their resume and the wins and the championships and the NCAAs, I mean, this is a great group, not just what they've accomplished on the field, but as student athletes and just as kids. They're good people, and it was a fun ceremony on Sunday.
Truly was. We were going to miss them all. Unbelievable leaders, great work ethic, just, you know, tremendous players, tremendous student athletes, tremendous young ladies, just a very favorite class of ours and that we will really, truly miss.
And you love it when the potential for that senior day is 3 and even 4 weeks before the end of the season. So we'll see how long the Cards can carry on, but it begins with the meeting against Tennessee and then at St. John's. So a good week to follow on UofLSports.com. Safe travel. Best of luck, Coach.
Thank you.
For Sandy Pearsall, I'm Sean Moth. Thank you for watching. We'll talk next right here on Cards TV.